Hello and welcome to Sikkim Chronicle. I'm Yugen Thamang. र Sikkim Chronicle एउटा डिजिटल प्लेटफर्म जहाँनिर हामीले तपाईलाई सिक्किमी सोसाइटी र नेबरिङ स्टेट्समा भएको र अथवा नेसन र वर्ल्डमा भएको न्यूज मात्रै ल्याउने काम गरिरहेको छैन तर कहीं न कहीं गएर वी ट्राई टु ब्रिङ अबाउट सोशल एस्पेक्ट्स र सोशल इश्यूज एक्जिस्टिङ इन आवर सोसाइटी र अर्को कुरा सिक्किम क्रोनिकल अल्सो ट्राइज टु ब्रेक द डिफरेन्ट स्टेरियोटाइप्स जसले गर्दाखेरि सायद हाम्रो समाजमा भएको व्यक्तित्वलाई कहीं न कहीं गएर एउटा प्रोग्रेसिभ नोसन र प्रोग्रेसिभ स्टेटमा लगेको हुन सक्दैन त्यसैकारण त्यो स्टेरियोटाइप्सलाई ब्रेक गर्नु पनि सिक्किम क्रोनिकल सदैव तपाईहरुको अगाडि स्टोरीजहरु ल्याएर आइरहेको छ त्यसै क्रममा आज पनि तपाईको अगाडि हामी यस्तो स्टोरी अथवा यस्तो व्यक्तित्वलाई निम्ति आएको छ जसले सायद तपाईहरुको कहीं न कहीं माइन्डमा कहीं न कहीं लुकेर बसेको एउटा स्टेरियोटाइपलाई ब्रेक गर्नु नै छ र आज हामी कुरा गर्नेछौं जुन चाहिँ कुरालाई हाम्रो समाजमा र ज्यादातर व्यक्तिहरुले चाहिँ त्यसलाई अननेचुरल भन्छ जस्तै when we talk about homosexuality अथवा when we talk about gay, lesbian, bisexual and transsexual र डिफरेन्ट त्यो होमोसेक्सुअलिटीको अम्ब्रेलामा बस्ने डिफरेन्ट अल्टरनेटिभ सेक्सुअलिटीज सिक्किमी सोसाइटिजको कुरा गर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ कहीं न कहीं गएर चाहिँ वान साइड इज मोडर्नाइज सोसाइटी भन्ने पनि भन्छ त अर्को साइडमा कन्जर्भेटिभ सोसाइटी पनि हो र कसैले एक्सेप्ट गर्छ कसैले नगर्छ तर वी वान्ट कि यो इन्टरभ्यू अथवा यो कन्भर्सेसनको माध्यमबाट वी वान्ट टु रेज एन अवेरनेस अबाउट द alternative sexuality and its existence in the Sikkim society and to tell people that alternative sexuality people are normal and natural. So त्यही कारण हामीसँग आज यस्तो व्यक्तित्व हुनुहुन्छ she is apart from having a belonging to the umbrella of alternative sexuality she is making all of us proud by being a wonderful athlete and then apart from that an entrepreneur. So we are going to have a conversation with Edu Tshering Bhutia. So first of all Edu, welcome to Sikkim Chronicle.
Thank you.
So we are going to talk about gender, sexuality and your life of course. हाम्रो समाज सिक्किम सोसाइटीमा we talk about gender अथवा homosexual, gay, lesbian, bisexual भने पनि कहीं न कहीं एउटा सेक्सन छ जसले चाहिँ त्यसलाई अननेचुरल हो है नकार्छ भने त्यही अम्ब्रेलामा तपाई बिलोङ गर्नुहुन्छ which you proudly claim that.
Yes.
हैन so how do you take your life at this point of time?
As being a part of like so-called unnatural or whatever it is they have portrayed us, it's kind of hard to, especially being in India itself is hard because we always like discriminated. Like for example, being like no one take our relationship with a woman with another woman or a guy with another guy. People don't take it seriously. They think like they take it as a, like oh they're best friends. Like yeah we are in a relation. Like we date each other, we live together, and they still take us as friends. So this is and then there's so many things like there are so many incidents that has happened to me like just asking my girlfriend to move out of the house because I was there and things like that. And अब यस्तो घटनाहरु हुन्छ कि कसैले अब बाटोमा हिँड्दाखेरि ए केटा हो केटी हो like those kind of things अब के भन्नु I think यो खालको कुरा त अब I don't think it's only in Sikkim but it's everywhere around the world. Even US मा पनि हैन discrimination भन्ने कुरा छ for this part of the society, people from this part of the society. And I think but I'm getting along with it. I'm going on with the flow and I'll just ignore people. That's how I'm dealing with it.
तर Edu like हाम्रो जुन चाहिँ सिक्किमे सोसाइटी छ हैन तपाईले प्रब्लम त भन्नु हुँदैछ सायद हामी यो कन्भर्सेसनमा थाहा पनि पाउँछ तर how do you identify yourself as like a woman or like what how do you identify yourself?
Yeah, I mean like basically when you look at me I do look like a man but within me the things like which is like natural stuff I don't want to go specifically but like yes I'm a woman because the appearance I do look like a man and I love it this way but I am a woman and I call myself lesbian.
So you're proud of it?
Yeah, I'm very much.
र when it comes to homosexuality एउटा लार्ज अम्ब्रेला छ त्यसको भित्र पर्ने गर्छ थुप्रै जेन्डर अथवा सेक्सुअलिटीजहरु हैन त्यसमा गे लेस्बियन बाइसेक्सुअल ट्रान्स सिक्किममा हेर्नु हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ मान्छे सोसाइटीमा छ देखिरहेको पनि छ तर कि त नकार्छ कि त एक्सेप्ट गर्नु मान्दैन.
Yes.
तपाईले कसरी हेर्नु हुँदैछ त्यो कुरालाई?
Yeah, there are a few incidents recently that तपाईले त्यो भन्नु I remember this few incidents that happened a few days ago. I've been trying to have this meeting with the closet or the homosexuals in Jortang and then only few showed up and some of them are that ignoring the fact that they are what they are, because like they are scared the family will come to know. Or there was another lesbian girl that I know, and she has been forced to get married, to get cured. So it is like, it's a tough place. Like this, there's so much to do about this whole thing to make it normal, what they call it normal, which I don't think it is normal. Like abnormal, normal, there's no difference. I think like it's just your perception, right?
तपाईँले त्यो क्लोजेटमा बस्नेको कुरा गर्नुभयो है, कहीँ न कहीँ गएर बिकज अफ सोसाइटल नर्म स्याङ्सन्सको कारणले गर्दाखेरि मेबी एभ्री वान वुड नट वान्ट टु कम आउट इन ओपन. I guess kind of we should respect that as well.
Yes, I know.
Why do you think that these people have been like totally pulled back to actually not come to public and then not reveal about their sexuality agenda?
See that what I'm saying, like how people have normalized alcohol, drugs, smoking. It's so normal. Why? Because everyone is doing it. Because the majority of people are doing it out there. They're coming out. They're doing it openly, so people like to talk 1 or 2 days about it, and they accept the fact. So what we have to do is we have to come out, so they can accept us. The more we hide, they're never gonna know about us. And there was like, it's a new thing for them. Obviously, it's very new thing because they never knew this could happen. But like, we do exist, so we have to come out more often. Like, we have to take a risk, The life itself is a risk. So we have to come out. I understand, as you said, like we have to respect their privacy or whatever it is. But then again, if we don't come out, how are you going to tell the world that we do exist? So that's what I think about it. Like,
so, someone when did you realize that you are like different or like maybe a regular person? Like when did you realize about your sexuality and gender?
Yeah, actually, I never came to realize my sexuality because it's kind of funny. Because I've grown up this way, like I was born this way. Like since I was kid, I never liked like when I was a child, I used to play with the guys, and I never liked frogs or like the kurtis and all this stuff. I was always wearing shorts and running around with the guys and like playing balls, basketballs, and then slowly I grew up, and then my preference was always pants. So even like I studied in Darjeeling, my education was like I've done in Darjeeling. So I always happy wearing the pants rather than wearing the school dress. We have to use the frogs. So it was like it happens naturally. Like it happened. Like yeah.
Was it tough for you too when you were like really growing up? किनभने तपाईले भन्नुहुँदैछ मलाई प्यान्ट्सहरु लाउन मन पर्थ्यो केटाहरुसँग भने, and whereas the society जुन चाहिँ छ केटी भएपछि जामा लाउनु पर्छ भन्ने हुन्छ हैन, यो गर्नु पर्छ भन्ने हुन्छ. So were there any difficulties, circumstances that you faced when you were just growing?
Yeah, थियो किनभने some of my family members, my mom was cool with it actually. My mom like कहिले bother गरेन यो कुरा. Like she was always like, I'll get you 2 pants, you have to wear 1 skirt. She was like that. So she was kind of open-minded. She's always, and she still is. And the issue was like my relatives who has always like, and all these things they used to tell me, even at school, like, Katie just Katie just the boss. The teacher used to tell me like, which was like, which has like.
How do you used to counter that? कसरी counter गर्नुहुन्थ्यो जब तपाईलाई केटी जस्तो boss भन्नुहुन्थ्यो, तिमी केटी भएर किन केटा जस्तो भएको भन्दाखेरि how did you counter that?
At first I get so pissed off, and then I just like used to laugh it out. It's like, ल त केटी जस्तो भएर बस्छु. I used to act like that and like make people laugh at it, like just laugh it out.
तर gradually grow हुँदाखेरि how did you tackle that? Because समाज त त्यही हो नि त, त्यही नजरियाले हेर्छ, केटी भने केटी जस्तो हुनुपर्छ, केटा भने केटा जस्तो हुनुपर्छ. त्यसलाई चाहिँ कसरी इग्नोरै गर्नुभयो कि like you?
Yeah, I've ignored my whole life. I've been ignoring people, what they say. Yeah, when people do too much, I do stand up for myself because I know there is no one. Like, there is no one to back me up. Like, being a different in this society, it's hard. Being alone, single. So I like have this defense mechanism. It's like I don't care. So I've always been doing that until now. Still, I do that.
Duita aspect हुन्छ. One is like realizing who you are, coming out to yourself, and coming out to society. When did you come out to yourself and then to society? At what age?
I'm not sure about what age, but there was a time like when I started to like girls. I was like so much attracted to girls. I was at school because I used to study in girls' school. So like there were like few girls that I'm attracted to, and then I used to write them letters. I त्यसरी start भयो, and then I didn't think much about it.
Okay.
So म यसरी नै अगाडि बढ्दै गए है, and I never thought of like why it is me like this or why like that, because even my family didn't question that like तँ चाहिँ किन यस्तो, they never questioned me, so it went all natural. Like, so
did you ever have the moment like you told your mom or your family like, okay, you are a lesbian? Did you have that moment, or like they accepted you the way you are?
Yeah, I mean, like I miss that. I didn't have that moment. Most of people they do have that, but I never get to do that. You know, like coming out to a family and being accepted. But it was, they already accepted me. Like even I used to bring my my girlfriends home, and my mom was like, first 2-3 times she would call, oh, Edu Sati, and then the 4th, 5th time she's like, yeah, body she used to be like that. So
it's totally normal.
Yeah, it was normal in my household. Yeah.
Did you ever have that intense conversation with your mom, like आमासँग कहिले intense conversation भएको छ when like she talks about your sexuality, and then how is it going? Did you have that intense conversation?
See, our society is so conservative that we tend to ignore the part. Even whether you are heterosexual or you are homosexual, हाम्रो सोसाइटीमा त्यो कुरै गर्नु खोज्दैन. Like no one would ever हुन्छ नि त्यो deepमा गएर अब want to get details like how you feeling, how's your feeling, like all this they don't want to talk about it. So I never had that conversation.
The normalization in the family has been a gradual process. You just went through it, and your family have accepted you the way you are.
Yes.
So apart from that, like see, सिक्किम सोसाइटीदेखि बाहिर निक्लिनु, तपाईँ सिक्किममा हुनुहुन्थ्यो, दार्जिलिङ पढ्नुभयो, त्यसको बादमा यु वेन्ट अब्रड, ताइवानमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो, देन यु अगेन केम ब्याक होइन. अब सेक्सुअलिटी जेन्डरको कुरा गर्दैछ आज हामी सिक्किम क्रोनिकलमा होइन. What are the differences, you know, Taiwan and Bosta regarding your sexuality and orientation, Sikkimi society? What is the major difference that you see?
That's like going to the Taiwan make me more confident. Because like I know like the Chinese are really conservative, right? But when it comes to Taiwan, not the China but the Taiwan, they are more influenced by American culture. So they are more like accepting the fact that there are this kind of people. So we have gay bar, lesbian bar, and all this like parties and people we meet. We have a circle of friends who are like from the same like gender. Like we talk about the homosexuals group. We have all that kind of things there, and people like, because the most of the thing about in Taiwan is like the most of the foreigner who comes there to teach. They are Westerners, right? For example, like they are from Canada, they are from America, or like Europe, anywhere. And then they're a bit open-minded than us in this matter. So they would be like, we would be hanging around with them, and it was like very normal thing. So you live in that circle, and then you grown up. Like I've spent my 15 years there, and in that circle, and you become like everything is normal. You know, like it's a part of life. Yeah, so
and you came back to Sikkim. So
and I was like,
how tough was it?
Bam! It was like really hard for me. I was like, the first thing is like I first went to Darjeeling after I came back to Taiwan, and it was quite okay. I think Darjeeling people are like they're more advanced, a bit advanced in this manner, because I think
in terms of the acceptance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So. Yeah, it was okay until I moved to somehow my mom decided me to stay here in Jorthang, so I moved in here, and it was like, it's quite hard. Like people will stare at you, and you're standing right behind, right in front of them, and they're talking to you back, like you can hear them what they're saying. Yeah, it was like kind of like very offensive, and then I used to get pissed off. I kind of like stay in for a while because I don't want to be the part of the topic. And then there's some youngsters. They were so surprising. Like they know what it is, but then they knew it's like, oh, she's lesbian, so this is okay. Like this is normal. Yeah, it's I think it's the older generations of the society which they haven't accepted it.
You have been traveling since long, and you came back to India, particularly India को कुरा गरौँ. Section 377 को कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हैन, जुन चाहिँ भर्खर हालैमा मात्रै स्ट्राइक अफ भयो है. How do you see Section 377 त हुनु त legally त अब त्यो struck off गरियो, तर साच्चै नै के acceptance छ त homosexuals in the society?
Oh no, there is no acceptance. though like अब उहाँले त उयो त गर्नुभयो तर if you see it like you still calling people out like like you beating up people just for being like being homosexuals. There are several cases that I've read about, and then not accepting the fact that they love each other. The things are like that. I think we are so far like I'm not expecting anything from the India or Indian government right now, because like very funny is like the one situation where like a woman, they are not accepting the women as a woman. So that how they gonna expect like accept us as a homosexual, like I say like rape cases and all this, the small issues, religious, caste. The Indians we as a country, we still are so engaged in all this. So I don't think.
Okay, so you mean like legally struck off by the social norms and mindsets should be changed totally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's come like apart from your sexuality and gender, you have a record of actually breaking in terms of strength lifting. You are into strength lifting, and this is your gym. In fact, Sikkim Chronicle को pure say no. That's why your gym जाने रहा है interview करते सो conversation करते जो वहाँ को gym. So how did it happen? Like how did you get into your opening a fitness center and then strength lifting, and you hold a record right now? How did it happen?
See, I was a gym freak since I was a kid, because my dad is a shot put national player from Sikkim, and my mom is to fitness, Zumba, and all this. So I was like going to gym and doing stuff. So I moved into Jorthang, and then I still go to gym, and then I kind of like I was searching for something like stable business that I need to do, where I can get my free times, as well as it could be very productive, and as well as I could help the society. So that's how I started this gym. Actually, I started with a restaurant, but which didn't work because it was too much alcohol, and I don't indulge in those things. I didn't like it.
Okay.
So morally, like it was out of control, like for me. So I just moved into this because this is the best thing you can do for the society. And as from here, like as you talked about strength lifting, the previous gym where I was going, the chief coach of our strength lifting, Mr. Edu Tshering Bhutia, who was like looking for the players from different district of Sikkim, and they announced my name, and then he came to see me, and he called us for a state level, and that's how it started. And I was always into this lifting thing.
So how many events that you have participated so far, and what are the records that you hold?
Well, I've state level. There are many so far, like 3 state levels, 2 nationals and 1 internationals, and most of it I've managed to get gold.
What was the record that you hold like right now?
I'll get the highest incline bench press champion of champion. And overall champion in my own category, bodyweight category.
Yeah, congratulations. We did cover the news as well.
Yes, you guys did. Thank you so much for that too.
All right. So at the last, we cannot actually. The main intention and motive about having this conversation is to brainstorm, and we don't want to say our viewers like kunche right or kunche kunche galat bhannu chaheko haina, tara we just want to provoke that thought into your minds that we should think about it twice before pointing fingers on anyone's gender, sexuality. I'm sure like there are a lot of many people belonging to that umbrella of homosexuality who might know about you, and they might be in contact with you, so they have not come out so far. So what would be your message to them?
Well, life is tough. Whether you come out or not, it's gonna be tough. The more you hide, the more depressed you're gonna get. You love yourself. If you love yourself, then you have to be happy. Happiness is the key to everything, to being positive and everything. So to be happy, you have to be yourself. And if you don't come out and you don't accept yourself as who you are, then how are you going to be happy? How are you going to have a good life? For fact, like you could have accept the things like mero amade mala biha garnu bhandcha. You can get married, you can have a child, but will you be happy? You're destroying so many lives there. The life of your spouse, the children who will get the divided love. So it's you like being in a closet, you are doing a long-term damage here. So I believe like if you come out, just like find excuse not to get married. That's what I said. There are so many things like travel, yeah, start a business, do something, you know, like you don't have to stuck here and just be here, you know, to be somebody. Just you can do. There are tremendous things that you can do, and just the thing is like just be happy, and to be happy you have to come out. Trust me, you will feel so much better, like how I feel now.
Okay, and this is like a very personal. Are you dating someone these days?
Yes.
Are you happy with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Before we end of this conversation, like you already have a message for the one who are in closet, but like what would be your message to the people who actually have to understand the sexuality and gender and have to accept the people who are in the closet?
Yes. To the other side of the society, that's what I call it. I would like to request. म चाहिँ के भन्न चाहन्छु भने जुनै कुरा पनि अलिकति तपाईहरुले ओपन माइन्डेड भएर एक्सेप्ट गर्यो भने इट बिकम्स नर्मल. एज अ पहिला भने हैन ड्रग एल्कोहल सिगरेट्स हैन लाइक एउटा लोग्ने मान्छेले दुईटा तीनटा अब के भन्नु वाइफ राखेर बस्नु यु पीपल आर एक्सेप्टिङ इट जसले चाहिँ अझै त्यो कुराले चाहिँ सोसाइटीलाई या समवेयर पर्सनली मान्छेलाई हर्ट हुँदैछ तपाईले त्यो एक्सेप्ट गर्न सक्नु भने हामीले किन एक्सेप्ट गर्न सक्नुहुन्न हामीले तपाईलाई के हर्ट गर्यो वी आर जस्ट बीइङ आवरसेल्व्स and that's what I want to tell them like open up please this 21st century we are human like you हैन हामी पनि तपाईहरु जस्तै मान्छे नै हो हाम्रो त्यही हो तीनटा कान छैन चारटा आँखा छैन we are normal as why there's a normal and natural and whatever you guys have like there are so many terms for us which are like you know like just makes me laugh हामी पनि तपाईहरु जस्तो नै हो अनि हामीलाई एक्सेप्ट गर्नुहोस् जसरी हामीले तपाईहरुको बिहेभियर सबै कुरा हामीले पनि तपाईहरुलाई एक्सेप्ट गरेर बसिरहेको छ no one is perfect just let it go just be happy love each other that's all
it's quite a strong message in fact like anyways Sikkim Chronicle viewers jati pani hernu huँदैछ अहिले the main intention once again about this conversation with Edu Tshering Bhutia not just about talking about gender and sexuality but also her entrepreneurship in terms of fitness wellness industry र मेन उद्देश्य हो कि हामीले यहाँ केही पनि कुरा तपाईले गलत गर्नु हुँदैछ अथवा सही गर्नु हुँदैछ भन्न हामीले यो कन्भर्सेसन राखेको हैन तर our main intention and motive is to let you people know कि the section of population are in our Sikkim society in the nation or in the world who are so called natural किनभने हामीले so called unnatural नै भनिरहेको हुन्छ जहिले तहिले so it's not about different or indifferent or naturality or unnaturality or normalize or abnormalization or nothing as such they are a part of our society and I guess we need to break the stereotype and accept the people who they are actually so they are a part of our society and Sikkim society is progressive in many ways so I guess your progressive mindset पनि लिनुपर्छ कि homosexuals are equally the part of a society and when we talk about gender equality it's not just about male or female but it's also about alternative sexuality so this is the intention of this conversation so thank you so much Edu Tshering Bhutia for having a conversation with us and a record the first woman in the state of Sikkim to actually confess it in the camera and let people have a strong message about like the normalization of the alternative sexuality in this
can I say something?
Yeah.
Sure, okay, like I would like to thank Mr. Pema Dorji Bhutia, हाम्रो chief coach strength lifting ko because he didn't like me being a lesbian or a homosexual or my partner being that we are in this game and he never discriminate us like he accept है उहाँले accept गरे हामीलाई उहाँले केही हामीलाई तिमी यस्तो हो तिमी यो गेम नखेल like there's no discrimination and I'm really thankful to him for this
I guess that's the essence of a sports what we used to talk about anyways thank you so much quite a interesting conversation and I'm sure उहाँको यो conversation बाट तपाईलाई मेसेज पाउनु भयो यस्तै प्रकारको हामी conversation र इन्टरभ्यु फ्युचरमा लिएर आउने छौं त्यतिन्जेलसम्मको निम्ति I'm Edu Tshering with my colleague Pranesh Chettri we're signing off for Sikkim Chronicle so please keep following us thank you